Dear students, we are moving towards past perfect continuous tense, or it is called past progressive tense. See, every continuous tense is called progressive tense as well. So, I'm not going to name that both the things, past perfect continuous tense or past progressive tense, you can call it either. So, let's start past perfect continuous tense. It's quite an advanced tense, as it says past perfect continuous means it is perfect means that is completed, that has happened. Continuous, that continued as well, means some part of the action completed, happened, but the some part of the action continued as well. But it is past perfect continuous tense, so it shows that everything happened in the past. So the name suggests that it is past perfect continuous tense, means the action started in the past, continued for some time in the past, and ended in the past, means everything is about the past. There is no relation to the present or future or anything else. Everything happened to in the past. So be clear about it. Everything happened in the past. Action started in the past, continued for some time, and ended in the past. So this is called past perfect continuous tense. Some part of the action happened, but some part of the action continued for some time, but in the past. Like, I had been living in Delhi. I am talking about the past. I had been living in Delhi. I had been living in Delhi before I moved to Kolkata. I had been living in Delhi before I moved to Kolkata. Means for some time I lived in Delhi and thereafter I moved to Kolkata. Eh, See, everything has happened in the past. Like in first sentence, I had been living in Delhi. I am talking about the past tense, means I had been living in Delhi. I am talking about a time in which I was in Delhi, but that is about the past time. That time has gone, that time has passed by. So this is past perfect continuous tense. I had been living in Delhi means I started living in Delhi some time ago and I continued living in Delhi. But both the things have gone by. So this is called past perfect continuous tense. My living in Delhi started in the past. I lived in Delhi, but now I am not in Delhi. I started living in Delhi. I lived there, but now I am not in Delhi. Means my living in Delhi started in the past, it continued for some time in the past, and it has finished as well. Now I am not in Delhi. Similar sentence, second one is I had been living in Delhi before I moved to Kolkata. Means I moved to Kolkata, I went to Kolkata, but before moving to Kolkata, I was in Delhi. So both the things are in past tense. First thing is I had been living in Delhi means I started living in Delhi. I lived there for some time and thereafter I moved to Kolkata. So in this way we use past perfect continuous tense to show the action started in the past. It continued for some time in the past and ended as well in the past. So it has no relation to the present. See the auxiliary verb that we are using, I had been means had been is the auxiliary verb and it is continuous as well. So we use ing in the first form of the verb to show it is continuous as well. Now let's see the cases in which we use this tense form. So here is the case first, happening means something that happened in the past. It had been snowing all week means throughout the week it was snowing. Snow was falling throughout the week. It had been snowing all the week. It simply shows something that was happening. Second case is happening before another event. happening before another event. We had been playing golf before it started to rain. Means we had been playing golf. We were playing golf before it started to rain. Then it started raining and we had to stop our playing golf. We had been playing golf before it started to rain. Means rain came and before that we had been playing golf. So we had been playing golf means we started playing golf, we continued playing golf, but thereafter it came rain. So in this case as well we use past perfect continuous tense, happening before another event. Means something happened and before that another event was happening. So the event that was in progression, that was in continuation, is used in past perfect continuous tense, and the another event that happened later is framed in simple past. So see this sentence: we had been playing golf before it started to rain. So which action started first? Playing golf. So the action that started first is framed in past perfect continuous, and the event that started later is framed in simple past. See the next case, happening plus duration. We saw the duration in this type of sentences. They had been working on this project for 6 months or since January. Means we use for or since to use those time duration, to show the time duration. They had been working on this project for 6 months. Meant for 6 months they had been doing this, doing all the efforts on this project since January or for 6 months. To show the time duration we use for, and to show when the action started we use since. They had been working on this project for 6 months. Means they started working on this project and continued on this project for 6 months, or they started this project in January and continued doing work on this project later on as well. So in this case as well, happening plus duration we use this form. Next is happening plus pattern. To show the pattern, to show the regularity, to show the continuation, we use this. We had been going to the gym regularly. Means we were going to the gym regularly. It was our pattern, it was our conduct to go to the gym regularly. So in this case as well, we use this tense. Next one is quite important, happening plus cause. When some action causes another action, then we use this tense as well. She was tired. Why she was tired? Because she had been studying all night. She had been studying all night, and that's why she was tired. Means she got tired. Why she was tired? Because she had been studying all night. So studying was in the past because it happened earlier. So it has been framed in past perfect continuous. And what happened that after that? It caused what? His tiredness. She was tired. Means she was tired, and it was caused by because she had been studying all night. See stative verbs. When there are stative verbs, we don't use this tense because we know that in stative verbs we don't use ing form. So when there are the verbs like love, like, understand, hate, dislike, etc., we don't use stative verbs. See the structure here. When you are using this, structure is subject plus had been, whatever be the subject, any kind of subject, we use just one helping verb, and it is had been plus verb first form plus ing plus others. When there is negative sentence, we use subject plus had plus not plus been. Means not is used between had and been, plus verb plus ing is missing here, you can use it plus others. See the contractions. See, when we are speaking the tenses, we don't use the full sentences. Like I had been calling you. When you are writing this sentence, we can use I had been calling you. You can separately use had plus had and been. But when you are talking to someone, we simply use contracting this I'd been calling you. So while pronouncing you can say I'd been calling you. You don't have to say I had been calling you. We simply say I'd been calling you. So when you are using contraction, you should be focused on the pronunciation you are making. I'd been calling you. See the negative form I had not been calling you means I hadn't been calling you. When there is a negative sentence, you have to say I hadn't